By the U.S., but raised as an American in the comforts of Metro Detroit, thought she was a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, but she got the shock of her life when she found out that's not the case.
At first, I was just confused. Nothing made sense to me.
Now, all this came to light in the height of the immigration debate, only adding to all the anxiety.
And 7 investigator Jonathan Carlson discovered she is far from alone.
Jenna Sipple and her parents look through childhood photos of the now 16-year-old. On the day we stopped by their Clawson home, there was a celebration to be had. However, not the achievement they ever planned.
It doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense.
That's what the high school junior felt a few months back. She was standing in line about to make a rite of passage, getting her driver's license.
The lady asked for all of our paperwork.
Her parents complied.
She said, "I need proof of citizenship." And my dad said, "Well, here's her social security number, here's her passport from when she was a child, like, here's all of it." And the lady said, "I can't take any of this." And she told us that this card that you have is your green card, not your proof of citizenship.
That's when Jenna would learn a startling fact about her adoption.
I came when I was 7 weeks from Guatemala, and I just never really thought of myself as anything other than a citizen.
Turns out she had permanent residency but was not a full-fledged U.S. citizen, meaning the license would have to wait.
At first, I was just confused. Nothing made sense to me.
Just shock and anger.
Her parents, Margaret and Terry Sipple, thought they did all they were supposed to do during the adoption process.
We were under this impression for 16 years that she was a U.S. citizen, that there would be no problem. You know, how did we not know this?
They say Jenna was adopted in late 2000 under the Child Citizenship Act. Signed into law on October 30th of 2000, it permitted foreign-born children adopted by American parents to acquire citizenship automatically if they met certain requirements. But the law didn't actually take effect until February 27th of the next year, leaving potentially thousands of parents, including Jenna's, unaware their children weren't covered and lack the citizenship requirements needed. Does it make you wonder if there's other people out there that are in the same situation?
For sure.
Other 16-year-olds reaching the age of licenses and college applications, where their citizenship status could halt their dreams. And it's not just happening in Michigan. Cases across the country of adoptees hitting unplanned roadblocks have made headlines in recent months.
I was heartbroken. You know, I mean, I've got a 16-year-old daughter who's crying.
Jenna's mother quickly got to work, going through county adoption records and soliciting the help of politicians in an effort to get her daughter naturalized.
If you have to resolve these problems, really, it's not a good idea to go out and try to do it yourself.
Attorney Robert Bierak has been specializing in immigration law for decades. He says of others who may be questioning their status,
these are legal issues, and they're very, very serious legal issues, especially if you're dealing with the highest right anyone can have is that of U.S. citizenship. You don't want to fool with that.
The Sipples want other parents to check their adoption records to avoid the trouble they endured.
It was scary.
For Jenna, a months-long road to citizenship culminated weeks ago with a ceremony at the USCIS office in Detroit.
I became an official U.S. citizen.
And this time, she has a certificate to prove it. The 7 investigators has learned that Oakland County's Adoption Services has seen similar cases, and immigration officials in Washington tell us that this appears to simply stem from a lack of paperwork at birth, and they have no idea how many kids like this are out there until those children come forward. I'm Jonathan Carlson, 7 Action News.
Well, thank goodness he got that resolved so quickly.
Yeah, welcome to America
yes,
again.
Indeed.